All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Indie Devlog number 2. Today we're going to be going over some of the changes to Doc's Deathmatch here, my first ever game. And we're just going to jump right into it here from the start. We're just going to jump straight into these updates. There's 5 or 6 of them, so we'll try to get through them here, give them about a minute each, and that'll be today's video. The first thing is something that we can see just kind of running around here in preview mode, and that is just some slight adjustments that I made. The number one is to the lighting. We just kind of got the skylight and some of the atmospheric light hitting the map in a better way now. It just brings out some crispness and a little bit more of the saturation, a little bit more of the color of everything. And along with adjusting that color, I also did go through, I adjusted some grass, I moved some of the trees just a touch this way or a touch that way, and of course the XP bar is now out of, let's see, it used to be right here where preview mode is, and now it's here in the middle. It's a little off center, but when the game is actually in full screen and someone's playing, this will be nice smack dab in the middle of the two team scores. So that's another kind of update. We wanted to bring the leveling system kind of to the forefront. The number 2 change is actually right here in front of us as we're standing here, and it's with this rebar. In all the buildings, all the structures on the game, I went through and double checked. Now, some of them, this was already done, it was already correct, but some of them were not. Being able to jump through this window is the intended purpose of the window here. Right? I want people to be able to jump through here. If you hit your head on that rebar and it bounces you out, that's super frustrating. But in a shooting game sense, what's even more frustrating is when you're looking through an area like this. To me, it seems to always happen over like guardrails on stairs like this, where there's a handrail coming up. And you just, for some reason, in every single game that I play, I can never shoot through the handrails. Even if the gun is sticking a foot over the edge like this, right? See this? See how my gun is sticking out all the way out here? Technically, the bullet is leaving from over here. But there's certain games that I play where there will be a stairway rail right here that will block my bullet. And that infuriates me. Just in every game that I play where that happens. So, as we can see here, all this rebar, you can shoot straight through it. And with the collision coming off also comes this, right? If you can shoot through the rebar, you can also walk right through it too. And the other one, this wall right here, that you can actually just walk right out of. Even though that rebar looks like it's blocking it, again, the collision is off so that players can shoot through it. Because imagine if you had someone that was crossing out in front right here and you had the opportunity to shoot them, but all those bullets just started hitting those bars right there. Infuriating. Don't like that, so it's out of here in our game. Okay, so the third thing, we'll call it the third update or the third note here for our game, is a tutorial log. Now, I already started this game here in preview mode, so it's active, it's running, so we can get a good look at things, but when everyone pops into the game from now on, they're going to see this right here, and they're going to see it first. You can toggle it on and off with T, so that this might be useful for people that have already played the game too. There might be some people that have played the game that they don't know that triple jump is a thing. Maybe they only double jump, right? So on and so forth. But we actually have a tutorial screen here now that will show up every single time you play the game, a nice little refresher. But this tutorial screen here also brings us to our 4th change, which some of you guys may have picked it up and some maybe not, but over in the movements extra section over on the right, we have a cam switch button, which is control. It's actually left control. This is something that's been in a few games that I've played, and I always really enjoy it. And it's a super simple thing. You see as we're looking here, right? Press that button, flip it on over. It's just a cam switch, a shoulder swap switch here, if you will. So you change which shoulder you're looking over. Now, in our game here, it doesn't actually change the gun from your right hand to your left hand, but it does give you a different angle. So it's nice for peeking around certain areas and such in a third-person game, right? Let's see. Let's find somewhere where I can show you guys a good example of this camera toggle. Right here. Are we close enough to see bullet holes? Yes, we are. Okay, so here's a good example of this camera toggle and what it kind of does, right? It does change your shot. Okay, which is kind of weird. Since it's just the camera angle switching and you're technically not changing where you're holding your gun, but it does move the camera, so it's going to move your crosshair with it. And as you can see, you shoot into the wall right here, switch camera angles, and shoot into the wall right here without moving your player from here to here. That's kind of the new firing zone right in there just from the camera toggle. Good to know. Hopefully helpful to players that want to see it. This brings us to our final note here for this devlog, which is this fancy schmancy golden skull adorned board right here with these lovely 2 words at the top: most kills. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this to date has been the hardest part of the game that I have worked on personally. And I actually got some help from the community and core. Shout out to my man Moonbase. He's the one who really helped me pull this together and get it working properly how I wanted it to work. But we have a highest total kills leaderboard here in our game. It's active now. It's running now. The update is live. So when you jump in the game from now on, you will see this over here on the side of the map. It is nice and big so everybody can see it. It'll be showing the top 10 killers of all time on the game. And now with this, we can hopefully get some other leaderboards working as well. But to start off, we have this one right here. It's working. It's operational. Again, probably the most, hands down, the most complicated part of the game for me personally so far in terms of getting the scripts to run and work the right way. But we made it happen, and I am very proud of this right here. I'm also going to try to be on the top of the leaderboard in my own game. Like, let's make that clear. I'm going to be chasing that number 1 spot harder than anybody else. So to anybody that ever knocks me off of my own leaderboard, mad props to you. I'm going to say that now so that when it happens and I'm salty, we can come back to this little part right here and actually give you your congratulations for whooping my ass. But for now, I'm going to be at that number 1 spot, have no doubt. Okay, for the last part of the video here, I actually wanted to jump into a live game, a live server. This is the game. It's published right now. All the changes that we talked about are active, and as you guys can see, the tutorial pops up just like that, nice and easy. And the game, I think it just looks, I think the lighting changes just make everything look a little bit crisper and cleaner. I actually think it's easier. At least for me, I run the game on high settings. I know not everybody can do that, but for me, it's actually easier to see opposing players now. They get lost in the shadows a little bit less because everything is just cleaner and crisper. That's what we wanted. Now, to close out my indie devlog number 2 here, I want to show you guys this little Easter egg. This is in the game. This is the same session, the same live session. I'm in here by myself. Nobody else is here, but you guys can see this is a live active version of the game. And this is a little secret hidden area in our game. If you guys manage to find this, kudos to you. It should be a fun little find, fun little search. Our little lava area over here. Tag me in a picture on social media or join our Discord server and upload your photo or video clip here if you manage to find it. Good luck hunting, my friends. Good luck on the leaderboards. I hope you guys enjoyed devlog number 2 here, and I will see you guys next time. It's Doc B. Peace.